Good evening, basketball fans. You are tuning into 76ers Network, and we are here at Wells Fargo Center for opening night of the 2013 regular season, as we are here for a matchup between the Miami Heat and our hometown Philadelphia 76ers. Welcome back to Philadelphia 76ers Network. We are here at Wells Fargo Center, and this is opening night basketball. Miami Heat, Philadelphia 76ers. Let's take things down to the courtside to see our opening lineups for tonight. The starting five for the Miami Heat. At the two guards position will be Drew Holiday and Eric Gordon. At the forwards will be Michael Beasley and Kenneth Faried. And in the center spot will be the big man, Roy Hibbert. And the starting five for our 76ers, the two guards will be Chris Paul and O.J. Mayo. The forwards, Trevor Ariza and Amari Stoudemire. And the center, Anderson Varejao. And we are just about to get things started off here for the 2013 regular season, as we are almost ready here for tip-off. The ball is up. Roy Hibbert gets it, and Miami Heat start things off. Ball's over to Drew Holiday now. He's working on Chris Paul. Still working on Chris Paul. Dishes that off to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon drives in with the layup, but he can't get it to go. O.J. Mayo gets the rebound. Hands it off to Chris Paul. Chris Paul right wing now. Getting guarded by Eric Gordon. Guarded closely. He dishes that one off to O.J. Mayo now to the right side. He drives in, but he can't get to the rim. Chris Paul over to Trevor Ariza. He goes up for the three, but it's off the rim. Rebounded by Kenneth Faried. Passed up to Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley at the logo now. Driving into the three-point line. He kicks that one out to Drew Holiday on the left side wing. He heads over to the right side wing. Kicks that to Eric Gordon. The shot is up, but it's blocked by O.J. Mayo, and that ball is out of bounds. Heat ball now. Inbounds play, Kenneth Faried. He passes that to Michael Beasley. He takes the three, and that's going to be off the rim, but the rebound by Roy Hibbert. We've got ourselves first points of the ball game now. Heat take 2-0 lead. Just over 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Chris Paul driving now. Off to Anderson Varejao. Amari Stoudemire. He gets blocked. Drew Holiday gets the rebound. Drew Holiday driving. He kicks out to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon pump fakes. He holds the ball. Eric Gordon still driving. He's down in the paint now. Kicks it out to Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert, the three-point line. Kicks it out to Drew Holiday. Out to Michael Beasley, and he gets it to go down. That's three for Michael Beasley. 5-0 lead now for the Miami Heat. 8:30 left in the first quarter. Chris Paul passes it to Amari Stoudemire, and Stoudemire slams it down. And those are the Philadelphia 76ers' first points of the ball game. 9-6. Miami now 7:23 left in the first quarter. Off to Roy Hibbert, out to the left-hand side wing, Michael Beasley. Eric Gordon at the top of the three-point line. Now he takes the shot, but it's blocked by O.J. Mayo. Chris Paul gets the rebound. And here come the 76ers now, pass to O.J. Mayo, and he gets the block, and he gets down and gets the layup himself. And they cut the Heat lead down to 1 now. 9-8 Philadelphia, 9-8 Miami Heat. 6:56 left in the first quarter. Kicked out to Drew Holiday. Left-hand side wing now. That's the three from Eric Gordon, but it's blocked by Amari Stoudemire. Rebound. Kicked out to Varejao. O.J. Mayo driving now, passes it to Trevor Ariza. O.J. Mayo, right-hand side baseline, but it's stolen by Drew Holiday. Eric Gordon with the three. It's up, and it's good. 12-8 Miami now. 23-19 Miami lead. 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Reggie Evans driving the rim. He can't get it to go down. Rebound Miami Heat. Kirk Heinrich driving now for the Heat. And that one's also going to be stolen. Deflected. Reggie Evans gets the deflection. Eric Mander crosses up. He heads to the rim. Left-hand layup. It's 23-21 Miami now with 22 seconds left. And we will end the first quarter 23-21 Miami as we head to our second quarter, as we will be back here on Philadelphia 76ers Network. We are back here for the second quarter. Welcome back, 76ers fans. Deladova, right-hand dribble, left-hand wing. Over Danny Green. The ball gets deflected, but it's picked up by Chris Johnson. Danny Green drives to the rim, layup, and it's up and in. Danny Green, not in this one, up at 23. Tied at 28 now. It's 7:28 left in the second quarter. Out to Drew Holiday. He goes up, and it's deflected out. Rebounded by Hibbert. Off the rim again. Rebounded by Stoudemire this time. Over to Chris Johnson. He's driving for the 76ers. Over to Anderson Variegau. Right-hand hook shot. And that gives the Philadelphia 76ers a 30-28 lead. Jets with 7:10 in the second quarter. Drew Holiday over to Eric Gordon now. Guarded by Chris Johnson. Gordon top of the three-point line. Into Michael Beasley, and he slams that down. 32-30 now. Philadelphia in the lead. Drew Holiday driving the rim. No one can test him as he gets the right-hand layup to go in. Ties this one up at 32. 6:16 left in the ball in the second quarter. Deladova over to Stoudemire, and he slams it down. Amari Stoudemire, 34-34 now, 76ers. Chris Ball checks back in the ballgame for the 76ers. Over to O.J. Mayo, top of the free throw line. Worked on by Eric Gordon. Back to Chris Paul. He makes Drew Holiday break his ankles, drives the rim, left-hand layup. 76ers 36-34 in the lead now. 5:18 left in the second quarter. Drew Holiday, left-hand dribble at the left-hand key now. Top of the three-point line. Over to Eric Gordon. He drives to the rim. Layup, but it's blocked by Omar Asik. He wants to show he dominates the paint. Rebound, inbound play from Reggie Evans to Chris Paul. Now Chris Paul out to Trevor Ariza, and that's a three. Ties this ball game up at 39. 41-39 is the score now at 3:12 left in the second quarter. Chris Douglas Roberts driving to the rim. Being worked on by Eric Gordon, by Shannon Brown. O.J. Mayo with the ball now. Back out to Chris Douglas Roberts. At the left-hand key now, over to O.J. Mayo, over to Chris Paul with the three, and he gets it to go down. CP3 for three. Philadelphia takes the lead, 42-41, off the Chris Paul three. Kirk Heinrich working on Chris Paul now. Shannon Brown working on Douglas Roberts. The ball is deflected. Douglas Roberts gets the deflection. He gives it to Chris Paul. Right-hand layup. And now that's a three-point lead for the 76ers. 49-42, clock's ticking down here in the second. 14-13, Kirk Heinrich working on Chris Paul. Still working on Chris Paul. 9 seconds left. Now Johnson with the ball, working on Omar Asik. Out to Kirk Heinrich. He steps in right in front of the three-point line, and he drains the two-pointer to tie it up at 49. And we are heading to halftime. We are all tied up at 49. 2 down the court now for a courtside interview with Doris Burke.
Here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And Coach, at what end of the floor are you guys looking to make adjustments for in this second half?
Well, on both ends. Our decision-making offensively with the turnovers, got them out in the open court, got them some easy ones, and we have to settle into our game defensively, try to disrupt them a little bit. It's been way too easy for us.
Eric, appreciate it.
We are back in the booth now. Thank you, Doris, for that halftime interview. As we take a look at our halftime report now, presented by Sprint. Amari Stoudemire had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block in the first half. 58% field goal percentage for the 76ers. We are tied at 49. Welcome back to 76ers Network. We are here for the start of the second half. Inbounded to Chris Paul, working on Drew Holiday. Top of the free throw line. Still working on Holiday. Kicks at the Trevor Ariza right wing. He drives in a bit. And he's working on Michael Beasley. Gets him some space, and Ariza gets the mid-range jumper down. 54-55, Miami in the lead now. Inbounds play, Kenneth Farid. Over to Eric Gordon. He gets the layup on the inbounds play. 57-54, Miami in the lead now. It's 7:27 left in the third quarter. Chris Paul inbounded to him. Over to Anderson Variegau, and he gets the one-handed slam. Anderson Variegau. Heat going back the other way now. 6 minutes left in the third. Eric Gordon up the left-hand layup, but he can't get it to go down. Variegau with the rebound. O.J. Mayo with the ball now. Over to Chris Paul. He takes the mid-range jumper, and that's going to go in as the Philadelphia 76ers take the lead. 69-67 now Philadelphia with 1:53 left in the third. Higgins working on Deladova. Kirk Heinrich on Eric Maynard now. Farid working on a seek down the paint. Farid goes up, and he's able to get the layup. Working down the paint. Inbounded to Deladova now. and he breaks Higgins' ankles as he's able to get the right-handed slam. Takes the lead for the 76ers. Just over 40 seconds left in the third now. Inbounded to Eric Maynor. Working on Kirk Heinrich. Top of the free throw line. It's deflected by Heinrich, but recovered by Maynor. Over to Chris Douglas-Roberts. And it's deflected, recovered by the Heat. Fareed over to Shannon Brown. Shannon Brown back of the other way for the Heat, and he lays it up, but he can't get it to go down. Eric Maynor, the smallest man in the court with the rebound. Going back the other way for the 76ers. Pass that to his Seek. Pump fake back to Maynor. Over to Chris Douglas-Roberts at the three-point line. Back to his Seek. Kicks out to Deladova with the three, and he gets it to go down. Deladova giving the 76ers a lead here at the end of the third quarter. As we end this third quarter, Philadelphia in the lead, 74-72 over the Heat. We will be back here on 76ers Network. Welcome back to 76ers Network here for the start of the fourth quarter. Inbounded to Drew Holiday, working on Chris Paul. Drives into the rim. He gets contested. Layup, and he gets it to go down. 78-76 now, Philadelphia in the lead. O.J. Mayo driving. Kicks out to Trevor Ariza. Over to Varieggia, and he likes his sandwich with Mayo and a glass of OJ, as OJ Mayo gets the three to go down, takes an 83-76 lead now for the 76ers. 6:55 left. Over Roy Hibbert, the three-point line. Drew Holiday driving in now. He over to Kenneth Fareed for the alley-oop, but he can't handle it. Varieggia at the Chris Paul. He gets it over to Trevor Ariza for the mid-range baseline J. And he gets it to go down. 85-76 now, 76ers. Drew Holiday with the ball now. And that one's going to be deflected off of Drew Holiday, but he's able to recover. And that one's going to be kicked to Roy Hibbert for the mid-range jumper, and he gets it to go down. Philadelphia still in the lead here, 89-82. 4:33 left in the fourth quarter. Chris Paul working the three-point line on Drew Holiday. He gets past Drew Holiday, but he can't get past Roy Hibbert. Chris Paul still working on Drew Holiday. Kicks out to Trevor Ariza at the three-point line. Working on Michael Beasley. Over to O.J. Mayo. O.J. Mayo drives in, goes up for the layup, and he gets it to go down. O.J. Mayo, 9 points in this ball game. Makes this a 91-82 lead for the 76ers now with 4 minutes left. Just over 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. Drew Holiday working on Chris Paul now. Drives to the rim. Gets back down by Varieggia. Hibbert the three-point line over to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon, top of the free throw line now, working on O.J. Mayo. Out to Drew Holiday, working on Chris Paul, drives to the rim, over to Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert gets blocked by Anderson Varieggia. Mayo with the ball now, over to Chris Paul. Chris Paul with the juke move, and he goes up, and that's a left-handed layup, 93-82 now for Philadelphia. They were just expanding their lead. They have 50 points in the paint, large part of those man's layups right there, CP3. Michael Beasley, left-hand wing now working on Trevor Ariza. Over to Eric Gordon, top of the three-point line, driving in, top of the free throw line now. Over to Drew Holiday for three, and he gets it to go down. 93-85. Philadelphia in the lead now. Just 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Back and forth action here going on. Chris Paul working on Drew Holiday. Gets double teamed, and he passes that one out of bounds. Heat ball now. Just under 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inbound play here to Anderson Varieggia. Inbounds it to O.J. Mayo. And that's deflected. O.J. Mayo recovers it himself. Varieggia with the ball now. Passes out to Chris Paul at the left-hand side wing. He goes in, up and under for the left-hand layup. And that's going to be triple digits now for the 76ers, 101-92. Drew Holiday back now with the Heat. That's a three for Michael Beasley, and he gets it to go down. 101-95. Philadelphia in the lead. 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's deflected. O.J. Mayo over to Chris Paul. He goes up, but he gets fouled. That's going to be a personal foul with 6 seconds left as CP3 has a chance to put the dagger in the Heat here with these free throws. He comes up for his first free throw. It's up, and it is good. 102-95 now. CP3 getting ready for his second free throw. That one's up, and it is also good. 103-95 now. And that would be the coffin. That would be the nail in the Miami Heat's coffin. As the 76ers come away with this one, 103-95. Let's head courtside for an interview with Doris Burke now.
At this point in the schedule?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
It was a pretty good start, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you for that interview, Doris. Welcome back to the booth. And once again, the 76ers take this ball game 103-95 over the Miami Heat. And our Jordan player of the game is going to be Amari Stoudemire. 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block on the day for the big man. And with that being said, that'll wrap things up here at Wells Fargo Center. Don't forget to tune in next time here on Philadelphia 76ers Network.